is 6:30. Can I do a couple of laps now and just see how I get on? Let me put this a bit closer. And then like that. So what I need is do I need to close? Wait, I need to sort my wheel out because I don't think I've plugged it in properly. I think I plugged it in before swapping it over to PC. Let me just do that. And there we go. Ow, the wire moved. Okay, now this is what it's upside down. Nice. And then brake and throttle. Cool. Right then. That is loud. Okay. So in regards to Silverstone, I am definitely going off the track there, but definitely an F1 driver for this circuit. Only really driven F1 cars around it. But we're not too far away from F1 anyway. Let's see what I can do. I'm going to take it very easy for the first few laps. I also don't really drive without ABS, so that's a learning curve that I want to... Obviously that's not available in the sim, which isn't really a problem because it just means I've got to learn to drive without it, so that's alright. I guess I just, yeah, these first few laps are going to be me getting used to the car, kind of trying to unremember how to drive this circuit for a Formula 1 car, be a little bit more cautious, and yeah, definitely a little bit more tentative for the first couple of laps. Obviously we've got the delta of what we're aiming for on the steering wheel, which is obviously not a great first lap anyway. That was a little bit weird then. But we did go off 2 times, and I'm talking. Nice exit onto the final corner. There's definitely some, I need to get used to that. There feels to be a little bit of understeer initially on like the exit of a corner when you first climb the accelerator. But that's fine, just gotta get used to that. Didn't go off that time, so we're learning. Sort of. It's nice and flat. I also need to buy some new pedals for my rig. I promise you, Nico, I'm not looking for excuses. But I do want to get some new pedals. I want to get the Thrustmaster load cell pedals that would work with this base. Because at the moment I don't have load cell tools. And a few of my friends do and say that it does make a difference. So I'm keen to give them a go. On the shopping list, that's for sure. That wasn't amazing, but that was better than last lap. 2 seconds quicker than last lap, so that's okay. Steady progress. I can definitely brake later at a lot of these corners as well. I'm just very cautious of the fact that I will be locking up a lot if I don't ease myself into it. So I guess my brake and throttle responses might not be that good at the moment, but it's all part of the learning. I feel like, yeah, I get a lot of understeer on the final corner. What was that? That was a 36.0. I'm pretty convinced on the hot lap that I watched that you can do turn 1 flat, but I'm having a bit of a confidence lift there at the moment. A bit wide. Now let's actually try and get the sequence right. I want to say it's flat for the first one at least, but I'm braking. I'm definitely taking this section far too slow. I lost nearly a second just that section alone actually. But again, I'm quicker than I was last lap, so there's steady improvement here. That was a lot nicer. Oh, that was a lock-up. Oh, that was awful through there. 34.7 though, that was nice. I think that's at 7. Again, I've lifted through there. But I think it's definitely possible to take it flat. That was a little bit later, but I did lock up. That was pretty awful. I feel like it is going to be very inconsistent for me at the start of this. But as long as I'm making progress each lap and I can, you know, give you some good feedback on what I'm doing and what I'm feeling. That was probably a bit of an awkward line. Also, talking and driving is something that I'm very inconsistent with. So. That was quicker through there, but I don't know if I'm going to be quicker overall in the lap, but that was definitely much faster through there. It is what I feel. Oh, damn it. I saw that I was semi-okay on the Delta then. Compared to my last attempt anyway. What was that? 33.2. Oh, I am making progress each lap here. Oh. Had to re-correct the steering there, otherwise I was going to cut that corner. Oh, I've kind of absolutely ruined the line through there. That wasn't ideal at all. This is now where I'm in the... Hey, I'm momentarily gaining on the Delta here. It's the small things in life, right, that we look forward to. Oh, I swear my game actually did a little bit of a... So, this is obviously me getting used to it. So my ideal lap is a 32.9, and I've managed a 33.2 so far. So far, a 33.2. I'm going to end it now because I'm going to jump on the call with you in a bit, Nico, because it's 20 to 7. Great, my Delta's still going. That's fair. Cool. Right. That was my first attempt on the sim, and that is 3 and a bit seconds off you. What did you do? 29.8. Yeah, 3 and a bit-ish. So there's definitely more time in there. All right. We're about to take 2. Anyway, these are just some laps to warm up. Just gonna see what I can do. I keep running deep on that corner as well. I say that as I do that. This whole section is probably my weakest at the moment, even though I've only done less than 10 laps so far. Obviously this lap is totally irrelevant, but probably the next couple of laps are going to be totally irrelevant. That was nice through there. Don't think that is going to be flat. I don't think it's really flat in an F1 car. That was awful through there, but we made it work. So I'm braking just before the curb on the left starts, but I think there's definitely room for braking later. I'm also just very conscious about locking up. I'd rather brake earlier and not lock up and lose a bit of time instead of, well, the opposite, locking up and either going off or losing even more time. So it's a very nice car to drive. I am just finding I need to get used to the fact that obviously it's all-wheel drive, not just rear. As I said to Nico on the call yesterday, actually, I need to, and as I said on the recording yesterday, I need to kind of unlearn what I know about this circuit and just kind of relearn each corner for this car. But yeah, finding it quite loose at the rear. It's very sensitive. Great, especially through that section, I find it is very sensitive, which is good, but I'm not necessarily expecting it initially. So I'm either turning too early and then having to correct that in then turning out of the steering, and then my line's just kind of gone anyway. I'm confident I could get under 2 seconds though off of Nico. I've said it now, so I kind of have to do that. Otherwise that'll be embarrassing. Okay. Well, I was hoping that reset button works. Is that what that does? Does that not take you back to the oh, it's down here. Right, what do I press? Okay. Um, T. Oh, no, I want that off. Oh, okay. Oh, wow. Wow, okay. Yeah, let's have that off because I feel like my field of vision is a little bit obscured. I'm looking for excuses here, if you didn't notice. Um, okay, so I don't know if the delta's really helping me having it on, but I'm going to keep it on for now. Oh, backspace is restart simulation. Does that lose your lap? Yes, it loses your. Great. Well, I think I did a 32 something. I want to say 32. I'm recording. I'll find it. It was a 32.6, I think. Which was faster than yesterday, so still making an improvement. I definitely think I can get under 2 seconds. I just need to hook up an entire lap. I reckon I can get an ideal lap within 2 seconds, but just doing it for the duration because I'm getting caught in that mind of pushing too hard and then not fully understanding the limit yet. That corner I keep going deep at, but it's okay. Gathered it up semi-okay. Second off Nico at the moment. That's not great. That's definitely not my best first sector that I've done. No locking through there though. That was nice. A little bit wide. better turn onto the straight, which is nice. Better exit than Nico there. Small wins in life, as we know. I keep going off here. I need to definitely improve my entry there. I think I need to lift a little bit more. That's not ideal. Wasn't too bad. In my mind, I'm going through like the gears that I changed down when I play F1, which is so silly. But okay, 2.3 off at the moment. Definitely brake later here. I can brake later everywhere. And just it's getting used to how much pressure I can put on the brake pedal before it locks. And obviously that isn't going to be the same at every corner. That was nice-ish. 3 seconds off. 33.0. Okay. And I've instantly gone a little bit deep at turn 1, which is not ideal. Kept it on the tarmac though. I'm so like thankful that I've raced with my friends online for so long. But I think it's definitely more of a more of an arcade game. Like it's definitely a simulation like, but this is like on another level in terms of what you feel, especially on the braking, which is really nice. And obviously the car is just great anyway, so it does feel very good. I just need to get a bit more to grips with it and a bit more confidence. And not go off there every time. Nice. God damn. I'm not steering enough in some of these corners as well. I lost some time there, which wasn't good, but I'm still around that 2 second mark. Um, I was going to say no lock, but I did slightly. Oh, that was awful through there. 1.3. 32.5. I think that was faster than what I did before I reset the times. Nice confidence lift there. Definitely more room for a bit like less of a lift, or even just no lift at all. Don't go off. Well, I really overcompensated then to not go wide, but that's okay. Lost a lot of time through left field then. Oh, the sim went a bit weird, but I didn't go off, so that's a win. That was much better through cops as well. A little bit more greedier through there. Well, only 1.3 off at the moment, okay. Although one of my kryptonites, many kryptonites is that corner there. Lost 2/10 straight away. Now I've locked up. Oh no! Ah, that was really nice. My optimal's in the 31s. That would have been less than 2 seconds off Nico then. Okay. Just need to back myself a lot more. I'm going to lock in for a lap or two. Okay, so 32.222 in a minute with an ideal lap of a 31.8, but there's definitely so much more time there. I'm in that like I'm in that phase now of knowing that I can go faster everywhere, so obviously I'm going to be pushing a little bit more. Um, that spin was a bit annoying because I feel like turn one then was actually all right, and I broke harder for turn three. Um, so spinning coming out that corner was quite amateur, really. Sorry, Nico. Mangus and Beckett's I'm quite enjoying. I think it's just literally lifting dab of brakes. Need to be a bit braver on the entrance in. I think I'm lifting a bit too much there initially. Here, I lose time in the mid corner. Um, but okay, great. Lock up. Okay. 31.6. No, that's a lie. 31.3. I'll take that. Take a 31.3. That wasn't too bad. It did cut a little bit of maggots and Beckett's though, which wasn't fun. I was in my head, like, so giving myself pressure as always to like don't cut it, and I cut it. But yeah, 31.0 is my optimal, so that's not too bad at all. Let me find my phone. That was alright. That was really good fun. Yeah, we take that.